Welcome back to our Tabarestan playthrough. I was quickly just checking Uzbek's force limits, and his force limit is high, but his army strength is quite weak. He's actually very comparable to the Timurids, assuming that he can stabilize. His tech is better, so that is really hugely significant, because I think we might find ourselves attacking the Timurids here in the future. But in the meantime, I'm going to turn the speed way up to full, and we're essentially just trying to re-stabilize our country. We just went through a absolutely nightmarish war with QQ, and it's time to allow our war exhaustion to decrease and start paying off some of our loans. I'm actually not going to rehire our advisor that just died, whilst we are so reliant on having our decent economy in order to pay off our loans. And I'm going to keep my forces really low as well. Obviously, as we pay off our loans, the interest that we pay back will reduce. And we should be able to pay them off at a faster rate. But I have a lot of confidence here with Uzbek as an ally now. In regards to defensive wars, we're absolutely perfectly fine, feeling nice and safe. I don't see, I suppose maybe the Ottomans could attack us, but they don't have a claim. So we're looking just absolutely perfectly nice and safe. And I think it's just a matter of time with Uzbek on our side that we could actually overcome the Timurids. We're probably going to wait for him to engage in one war or another, and then just attack him with ourselves and the Uzbek, excuse me, and hopefully still having a tech advantage. Hopefully we're able to make it a nice clean victory, abusing some of these mountain ranges. We should be able to integrate our vassals actually eventually, yeah, this year. Question is, can I get the relations? Not with him. Same time on Armenia. So I might just go ahead and integrate Armenia then, in that case. Let's go ahead and look at our control over Persia. Pretty good. I swear, if we could transfer from Samarkand, that would be very significant. And that does give us trading range. Awesome. Awesome. That will be a huge boon to our economy. Oh, never mind, it's Armenia. I was about to say we're in Regency and I didn't even realize, but we're not. Okay, we need that claim on the Timmies. So this is pretty exciting. I think this has been a big success overall, and I think this is something that is very realistically simulatable. Of course, you can get the there is an achievement to play as Tabarestan and form Persia in of itself. That's an achievement, but also there's an even better achievement. I mean, more incentive to play the long-term game. The This is Persia achievement, and who better to do that on than probably the most underpowered nation that can form Persia. At the rate that we're making money now, it shouldn't be too long before our economy has recovered. And we're just hoping, I suppose in that time, we're hoping that the Timurids find themselves in a war. Any war would do. Seems like our forces are going to be more and more comparable as time goes on. Uzbek should, their manpower should be recovering. And the Timurids seem to remain with only around 23,000 despite their force limit being so high. They can't afford it, I don't think. I'm not sure if I should integrate Armenia or not. Right now we actually have a 2 tech advantage on the Timurids. That's very significant. Looks like Uzbek has a 0 military leader right now, currently, so that's not the best. You know what? Armenia is probably serving us well, being a vassal. We can worry about integrating him later. Right now, with his 2k, he's probably more beneficial with his 2k and his tax income than it would be if we incorporated him into our country. Let's just forget about that. Fortunately, during this period of peace, our manpower is recovering. That's nice. If we could get a good military leader like Discipline, that would be superb. So when you fight the Timurids, the dream is basically that you occupy a few provinces, like on the mountains, get some nice forts, get some war score going, and then basically when one faction or another of rebels defect, it destroys his enthusiasm, and at that stage you peace out. And if you are lucky, you can take the provinces required to form Persia, which is what we intend to do in one war. That's the dream. And he can be left in complete disarray, and the Persian rebels will slowly but surely give you the entire Persian core region over time. That's the dream, but it doesn't always work out in that such a splendid way, obviously. I still am trying to recover like my IRL morale over that war with QQ. That was so brutal. The rebels really didn't. In the end, they came through a little bit for us, just because the stupid AI of QQ was wandering into them. But okay, there goes our spectacular leader. That's not very good. And we're about to get a revolt. Which we're not really geared to handle very well. I'm going to prolong that as long as possible. I guess paying off our loans can wait. If the Golden Horde would help us. Uzbek doesn't look so keen on helping us right now. We'll see how things look in the future. If the Golden Horde would help us in an offensive war, it would just be so easy to destroy the Timurids right now. There was a short period of time where they were willing to help. Legitimacy is average. It's not so good. Getting revolts left, right, and center. Okay, alright, declares on the Timurids. Who, what, do? Timurids tech is still garbage. Are you kidding me? The reason I moved my forces here is I thought these vessels would help. Well, they're helping now, but it's a bit late, man. 7 days he will make it in. I don't think we can last 7 days. Georgia. You jerk. This guy's just straight up abandoned me. Is that my capital? No, where do these peasants want to spawn? There, okay, I see. This is the last thing I needed, honestly, whilst we're trying to lick our wounds so desperately. Fortunately, this second revolt is just formulated of peasants. Okay, and he's even walking into us on mountains, so we're gonna annihilate that little rebellion. Timurids have a revolt. I'm really tempted to attack them, guys. In fact, I think we are going to just YOLO attack the Timurids here. Our economy is looking grim still, and our manpower is looking grim, but I think we're just going to do it. We have a 2 tech advantage, which gives us both a infantry and a cavalry superior unit. I think if we can get to a position where our forces are of a moderate size, we're going to have a huge advantage against them. I would really like a discipline advisor. That's not going to happen by the looks of things. I hate the fact that he just maneuvered himself onto mountains. That makes me really, really sad. But oh well. We can see the Timurids are struggling from a rebel faction here, as well as being at war. If only Uzbek would help us. They're not helping us, and that's really disappointing. These guys have the same tech as us essentially, so absolutely brutal. On mountains, I don't really know what to do about that. I might just turn the speed up and wait for them to siege it and move somewhere else. I gotta pay some more loans at this rate. You know, this general we've had has been around for quite a while. Uzbek is back to friendly and he'll back us up. I'm literally just gonna YOLO declare war. I think that QQ, for instance, might collapse on him. I'm gonna do everything I can. I think this is our chance. We actually outnumber him. We have the better tech, clear across the board, significantly better tech. I think he's done. Let's hope I'm not mistaken. What we want to do is be very meticulous where we place our units, that we're always on mountains. My best bet is probably going to be just to sit here, for example. Then I'm going to move to here. Make sure we get war score where I can. He's literally got rebels, we've got tech, we've got more numbers, he's fighting another war. I really think this is the moment of truth. Despite the difficulties that we are suffering ourselves, I think this is the moment where we wreck the Timurids, and oh my gosh, the Mamelukes are friendly. We could have just used them in offensive war against the Timurids. I didn't realize. FML. That would have been superb. We do want to actually obtain a siege on each of the provinces that we require to form Persia. So that's something we definitely want to consider. Apparently our truce is over with QQ, but as long as Uzbek stays high enthusiasm and we still have the Golden Horde he would have to deal with, so I don't think he would declare on us. but he may very well declare on the Timurids, which is just going to make our life easier. Come to think of it, if we actually gain... Well, that's not going to happen, never mind. We'll gain more wealth if we make occupations in the Persian region, and the same goes for the Samarkand, but I don't think we're realistically going to be able to walk out here. Uzbek will take control of provinces out here, but not ourselves. We're making some money regardless. I genuinely don't know what to do with my my diplomats. Seems pointless. I guess let's throw one in the Mameluke. Okay, it turns out he's got most of his forces around here, but they do seem quite preoccupied. I'm not going to help that out. You made a mistake, Armenia. We're being strictly defensive and using our superior forces on mountains. We're in this for the long haul. Hopefully one of our allies, actually come to think of it, let's give access to the Golden Horde. Hopefully one of our allies in this war, even enemies, deals with these rebels for us. It's such a pain sitting there on those mountains. Oh, I was hoping that, well, at least Uzbek's on his capital. I was hoping that Uzbek would get most of these forts, but Yarkand, which, well, this other nation is actually taking some. Excellent. Can you guys feel it? I can feel it, guys. This is simply not appearing too difficult at this rate. Okay, Sin's force is about the same size as us, but we do have one tech. As long as we're in defensive positions, I think we're going to be okay. He's wasting some, well, not wasting, but spending some manpower essentially fighting rebels. Now we can see he's actually sitting on our capital. That's pretty rough to deal with. And the rebels have been successful. That's also pretty rough to deal with, honestly. Here come the big bad allies. They're checking into mountains, but Uzbek. Neither of these guys have. Neither of them have shock. Good luck. That's pretty bad engagement. I mean, hopefully they can wear him down. But I don't think they're going to win that battle when he reinforces. That is quite unfortunate. Oh, they did actually win. Now this is defensive. I'm going to abandon the siege. I'm sick of these rebels. Uzbek has a 3-star general. I mean, Timurids do. It's this little vassal. It's just absolutely godlike. What's up with that? Oh, damn it. He's going to go straight to his capital, defend it. I don't want that. I can't decide whether it's more important to fight our own rebels or to continue pushing this war. But we've got quite some war score and his enthusiasm is reducing. The Golden Horde! I love you! Here he comes! Do it, baby! Yes! You're the best! Kill them! Excellent. Subsidies from the Ottomans. Life is good, guys. Life is good. I'm not sure how much they're giving us, but we're about to find out. Do it. Do it, the Horde. Get him. You can get him. I believe in you. Yeah, I'm not sure how much they're giving us. You can probably check somewhere, but who knows? They're giving us something. Better than nothing. Paying off our debt as we go. That's what I'm talking about. Feels good. Sieging up another fort. I honestly feel comfortable enough to actually turn the speed up. I'm ready to hit that pause button if needs be. Now, will the Horde actually siege these? Looks like it. Awesome. I love you, Horde. Thank you. That is so excellent. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'd be willing to say that I would even go so far to say that this is easy at this rate. It's going to be a bad call for him to engage on us in the mountains. And our war score is pretty good. We got ticking war score. Next up we'll go for Yazid over here, which is also a fort on a mountain. So as long as we can get there, he's not going to want to engage on us. Okay, there are the Persians, baby. So the dream is that we peace out, and then the Persians will defect to us once we form Persia. So just like that, he's incredibly low enthusiasm. Now how much are we going to need? I'm not sure exactly what the provinces are to form Persia, but it's something like that. Let's have a look. Okay, so we need this. Something starting with H. We need that. The M. That's. Oh, we own the M. Never mind. Okay, something ISF. It's here. I think this is all we need. I don't think we need that one, but we need to join it together. So, how much this taking me a little bit while to process this. There's 5 total that we don't own that we need. SH. Okay, it's that one down there. Shiraz. Okay, so we don't need this, but I need it to actually join our nation together. So we're looking for about 42 war score. We're getting there, baby. We're getting there. Maybe with this fort or that fort. Awesome. This is looking perfect. And then the Persians, if he continues to collapse, if they're successful, they're gonna... Okay, that's a problem. We need to actually deal with the Persians if they're standing on our occupations. That is a problem. I don't think we will be able to take that. In fact, if they walk onto these mountains like that fort, that could be an issue. No! No! Come on. Okay. Got him. Got he. Oh, got he. Okay, they should get off. Will they get off? No. You can. We can support them though, and then they'll flip friendly. Okay, our rebels were taken care of by the Horde because the Horde is the bomb. We don't have any loans. Core. No! Because it's under siege. Okay. We need to core everything in order to form Persia. I think we should have enough time. Honestly. I think we should. So we can hire advisors now that we are making plenty of income. I think that if we... See, I can't send a diplomat for a short period of time. If we just support them, they should go ahead and step off. And their siege even broke. Awesome. Very good. Ah, he's not stepping off. Sometimes that happens. That's a pain. Please step off. Otherwise, we're going to have to sit here funding it. Okay, good, 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 good. He's moved. Apparently, we're making so much income we can actually afford to support them. But I will cancel that because if they snap you, then you can't do it for a while. Well, look at this, guys. I'm going to basically sit here with the speed on 5, but I think that you guys would probably agree. This was an absolute success. There was one period where we were trying to fight a war to expand, which was brutal, absolutely brutal. But this was yet another success. I'm really happy with how this short series, playing as Tabarestan, went. And from here, the brilliant thing about this is it's 1484, guys. So, are we doing well? We're doing okay. We're not doing that well, right? We're a Muslim nation, we're not doing that well. But when we form Persia, we're going to be doing extremely well. Persia actually has a cultural union over the entire Persian culture group. It's going to give us a ton of reconquest, which is arguably free land. And we might actually find that it is literally free, as these separatists defect to us. So we might find that in a few short years, we're really ranking up here. We're ranked the 31st nation right now, but we might find in a few short years that we're one of the most formidable nations in the entire country. Leave me alone, guy. In the entire world, I mean. Leave me alone, guy. We can see there's only 3 stacks. Hopefully that is enough to actually have some success here. And this core right there, that's what we're waiting on before we form Persia. So our force limit is up to 16, just like that, and our autonomy is, quite frankly, it's rubbish everywhere. It's reducing around these provinces, but it's rubbish in these provinces. So our country will increase in strength dramatically as time goes on. It just occurred to me that we could ally the Mamelukes. The Golden Horde is rivaling the Ottomans. So we're actually in a pretty good spot here to, if we were to continue this campaign, to actually overcome the Ottomans. The Golden Horde is doing, obviously, they're not the strongest nation ever, but they're doing quite unrealistically well. They've taken a lot of Kazan, these 2 vassals. The Mamelukes have yet to be erect, and they're doing fairly well as well, to be honest. If we became quite powerful, it could be perfect for the 3 of us to engage on him when perhaps he's distracted in another war, or if we were lucky, he found himself doing something really stupid, like attacking Hungary. So this, yeah, I don't know. I might even continue this game in my free time if I felt like having a little bit of random fun in EU4. We're doing pretty well. It's really fun to start as a weaker nation as well, in my opinion, and to do well from there. One thing that I really enjoy about this region, like this Persian region, is that we're pretty close to Europe, you know. It's a pretty similar game to the Ottoman game, for instance. However, because our capital is in Asia, it actually means that you could colonize the Philippines, for instance, and the Philippines are very high base tax. However, it will not be at 75% autonomy for being an overseas colony, because it's in the same continent, if you will, as your capital. So that is pretty cool in my opinion. You can, another thing, believe it or not, I'm not sure if this has occurred to many of you, but you can colonize Asia, quote unquote, on the Russian side and actually gain full benefit of that because it's in Asia. And then you can actually go ahead and colonize into Russia and all the way up to Europe. Although that is technically not Europe according to the game. But you can literally be the equivalent of taking all of the Russian land whilst having zero autonomy, the same way the Russians would. Pretty interesting stuff. Looks to me, with my uneducated estimate, that the Persians are going to be successful here in due time. And we should have formed Persia by then. And that means free land, baby. That's what that means. Is there anything we're missing out on, like legitimacy? No, we just need to core that, and we've done it, baby. Now we do have some unrest here, but I think that when we form Persia, we will be completely stable, I believe. When I free up a diplo spot from Armenia, we can give that to the Mammies. Look how wealthy we are. Part of the reason, of course, is because our force limits are so low right now. But we're very wealthy. I can actually afford to support them and still gain profit. The Ottomans cancelled subsidies. I completely forgot about the subsidies. Aha! Glory! Glory. Gain some Oh, what? Why am I breaking my alliance? What? Why you do this? What? Okay. Yeah, as you can see, we're completely stable. We lost some accepted cultures of Dagestani, but that's okay. Completely stable nation. Look at that core. This is what I'm talking about. We might find, depending on how hard up the Timurids are, that we get that in... Look at that, he's got 2k. Yeah, we're gonna get all of this core within the red, basically. So all but 2 provinces for free. Over the next 10 years, we are going to become an absolute powerhouse. That's going to allow us to just simply wreck the QQ nation. Next, absolutely wreck them to take our core and do whatever we want with them. So, life's good, man. Life's good. Any nation that can start off small and become huge and impactful in a short period of time like this is pretty fun, in my opinion. As far as allies, for some reason these guys just decided to break our alliance, which is less than ideal. However, we could turn our sights to the Golden Horde, to be honest, and that would be pretty fun. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the series here. I think we demonstrated pretty well that the opening strategy of standing on these 2 provinces and expanding into this region whilst at war with QQ, or right at the end when you're about to peace out, before he warns you, that's enough. That's enough. If you are a competent player, if you do your best to actually put you in a position where you can take advantage of things as they occur here and there, maybe gaining some vassals, fighting QQ if they're vulnerable, and ultimately trying to achieve alliances, and ultimately dealing with the Timurids once and for all. I mean, even guys, if this dream situation was not happening with the Persians who are going to defect all this land to us, you still simply get all that reconquest. I mean, in 2 or 3 wars, you can just take all this land with little aggressive expansion. The autonomy is low, etc. Just absolutely incredible stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Persia for the win. I might actually play this game when I have some free time available, just to have some fun messing around, because it's exciting. Like I said, the Golden Horde has... never mind, they're friendly again. Awesome. Well, yeah, like I said, I think getting both the Golden Horde, the Mamelukes, and expanding my power, and then dealing with the Ottomans, could be pretty cool. This is Persia achievement, or Persia, requires you to own all of Egypt, Anatolia, and Greece. And dealing with the Ottomans before they get too powerful is probably a good decision. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Sorry about the struggles here and there. I quite frankly underestimated QQ in that situation. There was a few other mistakes I made as well, but that's simply how it goes sometimes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.